So I almost didn't do this strip walk today. It's a little windy out. It should get better as we go lower in elevation. How's it going, everybody? I'm on the corner of Rainbow and Spring Mountain Road. We're gonna walk all the way down Chinatown, all the way to Treasure Island. And hopefully we can do it before it gets too dark, because walking over the interstate in Vegas is a fool's errand. Well, I don't know if it's an errand. It's a foolish thing to do sometimes, but that's okay. I got all my friends with me. Hello, Manuel Cake Daddy Pruitt, Seg Travel Gal, Seg Travel. It's Lost Travel Gal if I do it backwards. Oh, it's a windy day, but Mike Wright is here, so it's going to be okay. So is Con I Am. He's an early bird. But you know, it's a little bit cold today. It's a little bit windy. I think it's Miles in the chat, guys. If you guys see a troll that you think is that person with the letter F, because all of my regulars are here, you just tell me about it, or you just get rid of them, okay? Because last night, whoa, windy as hell. Woo, windy as hell. Oh my gosh. There you go. Now the wind stops because there's a brick wall. I planned it this way. I'm not joking. I really knew that wall would stop us. Anyways, look at how much garbage is here. Last night we had some issues with trolls, and if you see them and you know who it is and they just changed their name, get rid of them. Just kick them out, time them out. Thank you very much, moderators. I know the first 95 are the diehards, and then the second 95, and then the third. I'm so happy I have some subscribers. Anyways, punched in on time. JC, so we're gonna walk down Chinatown. This is Spring Mountain Road. It's been like this for a while, since the 70s, 80s, and especially into the 90s. Collab with Walter's World. I don't know who Walter's World is. I'll have to look that channel up. It's really windy. It's not bad when I'm right here because of this big old fence, you know, this big old concrete barrier that subtracts. It's a sound barrier. Doesn't work very good on this side of it, obviously. Look at this realtor. She stuck that on the ground? Oh, okay, no. That's just a sign. Because we had 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts today. Believe it or not. What a mess. I saw some videos from Vegas. Yeah, it's really windy. I don't show anybody my backyard or my house because of whatever YouTube reasons, but really windy today. Really windy. So we're going to be going down. Caroline's going to be at the Fashion Show Mall. So she's picking me up to, all of you guys are going to worry about me. But no, she's picking me up, or I'm meeting up with her, that is. She'll be down there. I'll be on the live for only 30 minutes, the Road Glider says. Well, that's okay. I'm glad you're... Greetings from snowy Seattle. Am I wearing it today? Certainly am. Seattle in the house. I got the Kraken representing. Kraken Zanton. I can't make it rhyme, but that's okay. We're repping the crack. That sounds bad. I'll stop saying things now. Watching from Boston, Kenneth Denault. Watching from Harvard. Parking the car with Sully down there. I don't know. It's wicked. Oh my gosh. Everybody in Massachusetts doesn't like me now. It's one time on the strip during timeshare time when I was doing, how you guys doing? You're going to be here, blah, blah, blah. It was over and over, repeatedly again. There's usually younger dudes wearing Red Sox hats or whatever, and they wouldn't be too nice to you. And I asked one lady, and she said, that's just the way it is if you're from Boston. I said, oh man. But I don't know about that because I've met nice Bostonians before. So maybe it was just, I don't know. She's like, that's how the way it was. Maybe it's because they didn't want to be harassed by timeshare people. Del Lamb, hi there. Hi, Lorna. Las Vegas video rocks. Oh yeah, did you guys see my video today? It's part of a series that we're doing called Las Vegas, the Forgotten Sides of the City. It's a series of short films we'll be doing for the channel. All that, of course, is helped out and supported by Patreon members. By the way, there's a level of Patreon that you guys could join. You could be one of my executive producers a month. I only have 4 slots, but you guys will call the shots for what kind of video I do. Watching from Dallas, waiting on our 4 to 8 inches of snow. Man, oh man, oh man. 8 degrees in St. Louis, Missouri, the Show Me State. That's cold as heck. Yep. Currently minus 12 at my house in the great state of Minnesota. Arizona's here. I bet you Arizona is similar to Nevada today. It was very informative. It was very harrowing. We're going to be at some commercials first, and then commercial developments in a bit. These are all just homes. Now, to give you an idea of what the price of a home in the central Las Vegas Valley is, you know, you're looking at anywhere between $280 to $330. $330,000, I guess. You surprised me this early. I'm glad that you're here with me. 8 to 12 inches of snow in the Emerald City expected. Wow. Look at that. Going into the mountains. Hey, watching today. Second day. Much. What was this, HBO, John? Wish you worked for HBO. We could chat. I enjoyed them so much I had to subscribe. Thank you so much, HBO. I appreciate the subscriptions. The lady ran over a salon owner on Flamingo. Skip out on bail. She got 20 to 25 years. Actually, I used to live right near that area. So last year, or the year before that, a woman got into a fight with a salon owner right near my house where I used to live off of, it was right off of Decatur and Flamingo, which is not far from here. And she ran down the salon owner and she died. The salon owner died. The lady skipped bail. Like she didn't skip bail, but she ran away to California. They couldn't find her. They found her. They put her through the system, and I guess 20 to 25 years. 10 to 25 years. Well, yeah, it was borderline vehicular murder. I'm sure it was manslaughter. I don't think she had the intent to kill the woman, but it's still terrible. Thank you so much. Yeah. So if you guys join up on Patreon or on the channel memberships, you do get those videos early. We do give you them early, which is nice. Here's another ambulance. First responder. Nobody's pulling over. See this guy? He should pull over. This guy ahead is. Into the hills they go. Even after this morning with all the rain and the wind we had, it's still a beautiful day out in Vegas. Moving to Vegas and making housing prices unaffordable for locals. Are we screwed forever? What is this now? Anyone see an end? California has got a lot of great things about California. I have great friends there. I think the land is beautiful. The people are generally nice. I think the government stinks. Oh, it's windy now. Sorry about the wind, guys. It'll get better as we go down, and we're going to be dropping in elevation as we go towards the strip. And there's a recall petition for recalling Gavin Newsom, your current governor of California, and it looks like it's going to hit, and you guys will have an election in California in August or early September. So if you guys don't like the leadership in California, you need to get out there and do something about it. And if you like the leadership, I guess in this case you have to do something about it to keep your leadership. Really windy. Yeah, it's not that bad. I saw that in the news, that blip about the woman with the salon owner. I'm glad that, you know, there's some justice being done, although nobody can take the life back that's lost or bring it back. Let's see here. Yo, Paul Rotter's in the house. Nice to see you, Paul. Let's get to 100 likes, Robert says. Little China girl. Oh, baby, just you shut your mouth. I'm just quoting David Bowie. Mike Wright knows I love me some David Bowie. I'm one of the huge Beatles guy. My brother's back at home with his Beatles and his Stones. Can never get enough of that Revolution stuff. Not a David Bowie song, but he wrote it for Mott the Hoople. Hey, look at me. I'm talking about old music from the 70s that nobody knows about. Anyways, hello, Stephen Franco. How you doing? It is a cool sky tonight. It is very nice. She skipped out on bail when the salon owner ran out to go after her. Oh, the bill, yes. Yeah, so she didn't want to pay, and then the salon owner said, hey, I got a business to run, you get back here. And so now you can see where the residential kind of ends here. And I've spent a lot of time in Chinatown. As we go, I'll just tell you about some places we go to so you guys can see what restaurants I recommend. Would you like that? Say yes. All the young dudes carry the news. Goo 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 joob. All the young dudes. It's a great song, by the way. Bowie does it best. But anyways, so yeah, if you guys want, I'll give you some recommendations for places where we eat. So there's some Filipino food here. So these are professional offices. Of course, everything's closed, especially this weekend because it's a long weekend. But if you do look closely, yes, we are indeed in Chinatown. So we're going to have a lot of things like immigration attorneys. Whoa, Jackie Elizabeth R. striking first. Good evening, Stephen. Stay safe. I'm glad it's warmer than in New Jersey. Certainly. Every time you say Jersey, you sound like you're a Three Stooge. Thank you so much, Jackie Elizabeth. So even those cars flying, be careful. Yeah, so this is a problem. Vegas, and I've said it before in my earlier videos, it's built. Anybody here from Illinois? Chicago? Say yes if you are in the chat, if you're from Chicago, Illinois, or somewhere near their suburb. So the question is, what does Chicago and Las Vegas have in common? Well, so Chicago, Illinois was the fastest growing city in America from 1905 to 2005. Chicago was the fastest growing city. No, I'm terrible at this. 1805 to 1905. 1905 to 2005, they say Las Vegas was. Anywho, yeah, that's what it is. Now, because it's such a fast growth in Las Vegas, cool, Sherry Johnson is in Chi-Town. Lou VF is in Chicago. Go Blackhawks, go. I don't know any other sports except for hockey. Because this was built so quickly, the city, there's these roads that are perfectly straight, like Spring Mountain Road. And the city is essentially a grid. So unlike some other locales, if you want to drive from one place to the other, you don't have to take interstates or freeways. You can literally just get on the surface streets and know which way you're going. The trick is that obviously in the distance, we can see the Venetian. That's where that is. And if you're looking west, to the west of Las Vegas, you can see the Spring Mountain Range. And if you know where east and west is, you never eat shredded wheat. If you don't know the reference, it's never eat shredded wheat. That's how I remembered northeast, southwest. But if you remember the west and the east, you're fine. You're just fine. You only need to know the mountains or the strip. 6 more likes to 100. Let's go. There you go. The Shadow Knolls. Oh man, I'm busting out all my old references for Paul Rotter. Corey G thought I'd stop freeloading and pay for some of your amazing content. People have the good videos, love them. Thank you, Corey. I never thought of it as paid for content. But I will tell you one thing, the Pinball Hall of Fame is the best thing in the world. And I went there today and did an interview with the guy, and I think you guys will enjoy it a whole lot. And they have a GoFundMe for the Pinball Hall of Fame, and they need money because they're about to go bankrupt forever. But I need to be able to tweet this at big, huge influencers for retro gaming, and we'll be asking your help during the video because I want them to spread the message in the video so that people can give donations and this place doesn't close forever. Steve Bang says, you're the best vlogger. Thank you, Steve Bang. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup, William Roberts says. But there's got to be, there's got to be a twist. But Jim's got such a supple wrist, which sounds really bad, but it doesn't mean what you think it means, kids. We have 9 inches in Idaho. Snow. 9 inches. All right, so more of this Asian flair to the side of me. This is the law offices of Eric K. Chen. I think he might be an immigration attorney, but there's a lot of personal injury attorneys in Las Vegas. A lot of criminal defense attorneys in Las Vegas. We're walking down Spring Mountain Road if you're just joining us. We're going to be at the Strip eventually. So it doesn't say what kind of law he practices, but see, look, there's Howard Injury Law and Eric K. Chen. I assume then Eric K. Chen is probably criminal defense because you're generally not going to have two, in most cases, they're not going to put two of the same lawyer. Or if one lawyer was first, he wasn't smart enough to say, hey, I don't want any other personal injury lawyers in this plaza. You can put that in your lease. You're allowed to do that kind of stuff. So we're coming up to, you're going to see a lot of Asian markets, but unlike other Asian kind of Chinatowns, Little Manila up in San Francisco, Chinatowns in San Francisco, LA, Vancouver, Canada, you don't see a lot of Asian theming. Like the signs don't suddenly turn into Chinese. Like in Calgary, Canada, where I'm from originally, there's Chinatown has like specialty signs and they're all in Chinese. None of that happens here. The only time I've ever really seen different street signs, Steven, use paid to go app on the amount of miles you walk and I'll get paid. I don't walk as much as you guys think. No, and the only time I've ever seen specialty kind of signs in Vegas was if you go into the little guard-gated private communities, sometimes they'll put up special signs. You'll be on Russell Road and it'll say Russell Road, and then it'll say private upkeep or something like that. I saw that the other day. I'll be in Vegas in March. It's a Pinball Hall of Fame open to the public now. It sure is, Patrick. Yes. Oh, it's fantastic in there. They have games that are nearly 100 years old. Well, I'm a nerd when it comes to this stuff. So the first pinball machines weren't actually what you know today, but they put flippers on them because pinball was banned. More machine. Chinese, Shaolin Kung Fu, Vowinkle. Well, that's a strong Chinese name right there if I ever heard one. Hoisin implant. I mean, I eat hoisin sauce. I didn't know there was implants. Maybe I could get an implant and I could just excrete sauce, hoisin sauce. I wish they had a Craps Hall of Fame. You'd be the number one. The road is loud. Sorry, Tri, yeah. I mean, people are whizzing past me at 45 miles an hour. What is that in kilometers? Like 50, 60, 5,000 kilometers. Metric system stopped making sense to me a number of years ago. I get it. It's a base of tens, but it's not any better. And y'all in Canada that like to use your kilometers, you sure buy your apples by the pound. Am I right? By the way, Americans, if you don't know this, Canadians like kilometers and Celsius, but they love pounds. Milliliters, liquids. We buy 500 milliliters of soda. It's funny. Funhouse by Williams. By the way, Jeff, I found out today, the curator is who they modeled the guy in Funhouse after. Why don't you come back when you got some money, buddy? That was Funhouse by Williams. You know, I remember that game fondly. I got footage of it today. Thank you for streaming, Pam says. You're welcome. Dell loves the bright lights. Stop making sense. I don't know why Talking Heads, Mike, right? Were they the ones that were burning down the house? I'm not sure of what the words are, but it goes something like this. Then he sings about fire. All right, so this would be like, if you're gonna get CenturyLink service, you get it right here, like near this place, because this is the hub for DSL, CenturyLink. Used to be Sprint, and then it was Embark, now it's CenturyLink. Let's see here. Happy Chinese New Year, everyone, on tonight. Year of the Ox. I found out it's the year of the Metal Ox. Metal Ox. That's why the video I'm editing right now on the Bellagio, all the oxen are gold, because it's the Metal Ox. It's important, I guess, it's a differentiation. So it's the Metal Ox. Red Dragon. These are a chain of little gaming establishments where you can go in and watch, sports and sit at the bar, and they have some in-bar poker, multi-game machines, play poker, blackjack. No dealers. Here's your massage parlor that we're all going to make immature jokes about. I know you're doing it. Whatever. Cathay Bank. So one funny theme, and you guys can explain this to me. Cathay Pacific is an airline in Southeast Asia, runs out of the Philippines and China. Cathay, I think that's how you say that, bank. I don't know what the Cathay word is, but this is a giant plaza over here. So you can see how commercial it just got. A giant plaza. One of these places is called 168 Market. Spring Mountain Center. White Rabbit, original Filipino fusion. And we do have a lot of Filipino places here, but honestly, really the little kind of Manila town is on Maryland Parkway. Maryland Parkway between Flamingo up to Desert Inn. You'll find more Filipino community stuff. Out here, it's gonna be a lot of Vietnamese and Chinese out in this. So yeah, Cathay Bank. Hong Kong. Has something to do with Hong Kong? Okay. Chinatown. Forget about it. It's Chinatown. 168 Market. And then over here, a lot of these places. So Chinatown got hit hardest during the pandemic out of any other type of area of the city, I feel. Because the whole idea of Chinatown in the last 10 years has been entertainment venues, bars, dining, and nightlife. It's not like Chinatown where you go to buy fresh fish from the market in Vancouver, Canada, or it's not like that. It's really just, it's been changed by Californians who come in, and a lot of them are second, third generation younger kids, and they want to build cool, hip places. So Cafe Moda across the street, that was a karaoke place that does dancing some nights, and we went there after the 49ers lost the Super Bowl. whooped it up a little bit, had fun. And we have, you know, your typical chains like Walgreens and everything else. But we'll get down to some more areas. There's a brand new area that was built. And yes, I am just crossing across the road. There's a brand new area that was just built up that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars of retail, but it's doing okay. Californians get blamed for everything, even other states. Anthony says. You're not wrong, Anthony, but that's what happens when you're the big dog. That's what happens when your GDP for your state is like the fifth when compared to countries. You guys are going to get blamed because you got a big role to play in the world, don't you? I can't stand Cafe Moda. Super loud and no foosball. We don't go to Cafe Moda usually though. We go to a place called Gimmick Republic, but there's no karaoke going on. Gimmick told us that they stopped running karaoke in June. But I know there is a Korean company that opened a karaoke ultra lounge this year down at the Grand Canal Shops. I remember I was doing a live stream there once, and these girls looked like I was Uncle Creeper staring at them. I was not trying to stare at their miniskirts. I was trying to stare at that cool contraption that disinfects people they have at the door. It's like a giant walkway. It looks like a metal detector, but apparently it sprays you with hand sanitizer. I was trying to look at that. And that's a much different crowd though. Just want to have a great time and have fun, you know? So this is an Eastern European market. So they're going to sell imported stuff from Russia, Czech Republic, maybe, I don't know, Germany, Bavarian. And then there's a lot of Filipino stuff on the other side. So right up across the way, there's one of the newer developments. Then further down, there's another brand new plaza. And all this stuff was finished during the shutdown. They never stopped building it. Oh my gosh, the wind is killing me, everybody. It goes up and down. What's my favorite Asian restaurant? You know, I'll leave that in Carolina. My favorite, but I'll tell you what she also likes. So here's a foot spa. Lots of these foot spas down here. You have to have chutzpah to have a foot spa. Nanay Gloria's, that means Mama Gloria's, Filipino fast food and cuisine. And then Zhang Wai Zhuan. I'm going to say things wrong. And if you are a Chinese native speaker, I'm not here to offend you. Pinoy Cash, this is for remitting money overseas. Castle Spa. Look at how many spas are out here. It's kind of ridiculous. But so some of these places are really authentic. That's what I'm saying. So when they come to what they actually make for food, it's generally very authentic, meaning that you might see squid, which is squid that may be in your food. Because from what I understand, Asian cooking is nothing like we have over here. We've put a Western flair on most of the Asian cooking. This is Nana Gloria's. Are they closed? They're open. Yeah, they're open. I can put, this is just Filipino buffet style. I'm going to show you this in here. So that's what that is. There's nobody in here. But my wife comes and eats here quite a lot. If you're in Vegas and you're looking for Filipino food, you come here or you go to Maryland. It's not Nana Glory. No, I can't remember the name of it. Kapit Baja, but it's not the same. It's not very great from my wife's palate. Nanay or Kapit Baja, they're close to the strip. We'll get there as we go closer. I'll show you where that is too. And then, you know, the most Korean fried chicken. See, this is also a Korean restaurant. Korean fried chicken. No, it's not. But actually, there is a place right up on Jones, which is just around the corner from us, where we went and we ate, and it was all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue, and they sold KFC. They called it Korean fried chicken. I'm eating in this places unless I'm with someone who knows the restaurant well. Now I want Chinese food, Colin says. I'm in Southern California. I used to go to this place called Venus Spa and Massage. Very good. All right, then I won't tell the missus. I'm kidding. Why'd you ding-dong ditch that business? Because I don't want to go in there right now and put my camera in their face, because a lot of these people are really paranoid about their health codes and the government coming and doing things like citing them and shutting them down over COVID. And I don't want to show anybody. I just want to show you the inside of the restaurant. That's all. We do have like a lot of Korean stuff. I think this is a Korean place here. Black Angus Steakhouse. Okay, it says Hobart Korean Bar and Grill. And then Chanko. So what is that? Oh, that's Shabu. Shabu Chanko. Feels like Penko. This is one of the big new developments across the street. And you can see it's grand opening. September 17th. Yeah, I guess, that's when they open this whole plaza, I hope. And then Pier 88, lots of seafood. So if you're a seafood lover, don't go to Red Lobster. Just come to Vegas, just go to Chinatown. Like all the Korean barbecue places I've ever been to. Yeah, I had a subscriber take me out to dinner at Master Kim's. There's one of those now on the strip at the town square. But this one was way off the strip, near my office actually. But there's all the same chain, which is actually pretty good. They had USDA certified prime Angus beef. It's good stuff. And then foot reflexology over here. Hashi. What's this one? Sweetheart desserts. Yep. It gets a little more or less older as we go down this way too. Let's see here. Pam Watson says very nice. Are the spas shady or legit? Carlos Kerr asks. That's a good question, and I have no idea. I don't know. It could be either way, I guess. I'm not gonna ask, But I know that I have a theory on that. My theory is, I can't say my theory here on the channel. You'll have to go to Patreon or channel memberships because I will break YouTube's algorithm and they will censor me if I say my theory on these massage places. Okay, so I'll post that up this weekend. I'll post up my theory. It'll just be a short video. My theory on why there's so many massage places in Vegas. How it plays into casinos. This is a K-pop. So this would be a Korean kind of karaoke place. Then you have the least Asian thing. The Roma Deli. Delicatessen and restaurant. So you can go and actually buy like authentic Italian products here, but it's not very Asian. Korean hot pot. Bibimbap tofu. Bibimbap. I don't know what language that is. It's spelled out in English, so it could be Filipino. I don't know that word. Very weird. There's another spa and wellness center over here. Another massage parlor. If you guys are playing the game back home, taking a shot every time you see a parlor, I'm so sorry. You must be dead by now. It's actually a great deli. Assorted Kamish says. Factors in the house. Jonathan, thank you so much. I like roasted duck skin. I hate the goose. Yeah, some people don't like the flesh. It's very gamey. So, here's another Asian plaza over here. But one of the places that the wife and I go to eat quite often, you can find us here quite often, is this place called Pho Saigon 8. Now, I always thought it was Pho. And then I was told by somebody that it's Pho Saigon 8. And I'm not going to open the doors on these guys because of all the restaurants that I don't want to offend. And I don't know their policy. It's going to be Pho Saigon 8. They have fantastic food. They do noodle, of course, but they also have a selection of different rice dishes. And they have the best boba. Get yourself a mango boba while you're here. So this one's on right east of Jones and Spring Mountain Road. So here we go. I go to a spa place in Vegas all the time, and it's great. They have garlic. Like a lot of Asian, order the number 14. Just get the meat on the side so you can cook your meat inside of the water to whatever doneness you want it, or else they give it to you cooked to hell. Yeah, some of these places have been in town forever. Some older cars. I know the owner of that place. She's a Russian lady. She owns an auto shop. I think that's cool. I think it shows that women can do anything they want, which is great. Daebok, SK Seafood, JJ Noodles, and that looks Vietnamese. Dong, yeah, it's gotta be Vietnamese over there. Well, it says DOHN or DONG. Yes. So you that's how I know the owner. They do fantastic auto body work. That's what they do at Universal Motor Cars, auto body work. Places look empty, Anthony says. You'll see that it gets better. Now, we used to have to go to this VCA, animal hospital. Cat needs special food or else he dies. And I used to come here all the time. I never took the cat there. Bring him in for give the cat any prescription food, and I said, just call my vet. They're way far away, but they'll tell you. And they wouldn't. And I said, what if I had to get food and you're my only option and my cat might die? And they said, sorry, bring your cat in. So I stopped going to that VCA clinic, but it's all good now. You have to make me leave it. You keep talking about happy ending. Oh, John. My theory, but I don't know yet. Is it safe to live here? Spring Mountain, again, is a lot safer than others. Pretty good little area. Pandemic, it was slated to close. Now, and that never happened. So we're getting down to an area. I used to live in this area. We lived just inside of this neighborhood, right inside here back in the day. And so I know this area really, really well, actually. You're freezing a lot. I might be. I don't know. You guys just stick. How's Irene's, Carlos, it says. We've never been to the Irene's. There's so many little tiny places that you don't go to. All the chance to go to them. I'm buffering bad. I can't help it, guys. Stream. But I got you. So I just might as well not talk until I'm clear. Let me know if it's any better. Very detailed window cleaner. Fix your internet. Aren't you the CEO of the company? That's right. It's my fault. Run, Steven, run. I don't know if you guys can see me at this point, but it said my connection's better. Bad, so you guys would not have a great experience. That's always my goal. That's sarcasm, everybody. I might as well just end the stream then, I guess. I didn't Uber here. My wife dropped me off. I'm just doing it old school. It's kind of how I did my first streams. You guys can't hear me anyways. Doesn't matter. Lauren ate here a few times, doesn't remember where. It's about 4 miles, 3.5 mile walk that I'm doing for you guys. We got our churches. This is Golden Sky. It looks like it's some kind of TV network. It's actually a mall, a little tiny enclosed mall over here. And again, once we walk down, things get older. Things get older. Most of this area was built up in the 90s, and then we get closer to the strip. It's the 80s and the 70s, and then boom, you're where to the 2000s exist again. It's kind of funny the way that works. I'm on Spring Mountain Road right now, right up on Decatur. David says, Steven, thanks as always for the great weekend vlogs. Also fix the Patreon subscription. Oh, thank you, David. I appreciate you guys. Intel wants to know if this is where Stabbyville is. Nope. No, this is actually a decent neighborhood. You'll see, once again, it's been really, I hate the word gentrified, but it's been really kind of changed, you know? It's been changed a lot. Again, we used to live up here. This is central Las Vegas for all accounts and purposes. And you guys can see the Wynn and the Encore right ahead of, well, it's the Wynn only. You can see the Wynn right ahead of us. So, these little areas here, this is where we had somebody completely steal from us. We were paying a little insurance company cash every month for car insurance. It was in this little plaza here. And this little plaza is full of little things. Big Wong. Wow, my goodness, what a name. Oh, Gold King Massage. Anyways, we were paying them cash every month. And one day I get just a cop looking at my license plate. I was parked in front of Silver City Plaza on the strip in an area I shouldn't be parked in that area. I just stopped. Car was idling, and he says, "You know you don't have insurance. I need to take you in. You tow your car." So it hasn't been paid for 2 months, lapsed. So by some miracle, we got a police call. What, a serious thing on the strip? And he goes, "I have to go. I can't deal with this right now. We'd have to fix this problem." So I went back to the guy, called the DMV. It turns out that we were giving this guy cash. It was only $60 a month, but at the time it was a lot to us. And paying it. He blamed an office staffer, but you never know to see but chances are some people have gambling addictions, alcohol addictions, or maybe they're just crooked people. Somebody in his office was crooked if it wasn't him. Anyways, he paid the $250 reinstatement fee, paid the insurance off, and next time I needed to get car insurance, I switched out to Geico because it's a nationwide company and they won't do that kind of thing to you. I didn't use an agent, I just went right for the toll-free. Some of you agents are probably upset with me. I totally get it, I sell stuff too, but self-service is a bitch, it's hard to compete. Steven, I come in... Hide that person. There we go. So yeah, we had a super chat that I completely missed. Let's see. Oh, that was David from before. Very nice. San Antonio's in the house. Yeah, we got our Terribles. Now, every state seems to have their one chain of convenience store gas stations. Here in Nevada, it's Terribles. What is it in your hometown or where you're at? What is there always one of on the corner? Because there's some parts of Las Vegas where there's like two. Like there's a Terribles here and one across the street. JC Reed, thank you very much. Thank you, Jersey T, if I missed you. Hot dogs, fried and wrapped bacon. Oh, that's downtown. Jack Batterson. Thank you so much, Jack Batterson. And as you guys know, I get really frustrated when you guys don't get a good experience and you blame me for it. So I was real quiet there for a minute. But don't worry, we're back. We're back. First time seeing you live, David says. Is that even possible? I go live a lot. I'm glad you're seeing me. Did I not press the button? Am I a fool? No, I did. Okay, we're good. We're going to go across the street right now. Thanks for the video in Tent City. Oh yeah, if you guys saw that today, I posted up my homeless in Vegas video. It's quite sad, quite telling. Yeah, it seems like so. Angel, thank you so much. Angel says much love from West Michigan. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. My goodness. They put these flags at half staff. 2 years. These have always been half. I'm glad they're not half right now. Bruce Buffer is wearing a red jacket. Oh, are we buffering again? You know what that is, a reference? Carl's Jr. What's that? Carl's Jr. closed? Yes. Yeah, it's gone. This one closed. I know, I can't believe it either. We got to put up our Vegas face mask in our donation link here. Yeah, the Carl's Jr. used to be right there. And I'm like, how is a Carl's Jr. closed? There's a grocery stores across the street that we go to quite a lot because this one has cheap shellfish. And then you have the Crown and Anchor pub, which is a place where Brits like to go, but there's two of them. There's always going to be something in the Summerlin area and something down in Henderson, or alternatively they go on the west side of town near the strip and the east side near the strip. So there's two of these Crown and Anchor pubs in Vegas. That's what you're looking at right there on the side of my finger. So there's two of them. And I had the fish and chips. I was not overwhelmed. You figure a British pub should be able to do it good. But what street am I on? We're on Spring Mountain Road right now, Mr. J or Miss J. Hot and Juicy Crawfish. You guys know this on the strip. This is their original location. This is the original Hot and Juicy. David, Steven, any chance you'll ever do a video on the Neon Museum? No chance. Well, from my studio, yes. Hot and Juicy Crawfish. This is the not the one down on the strip. The Neon Museum has a zero filming policy. Cannot film anything at the Neon Museum. David Windmeyer says, great video. Thank you, David. So you can't film there. You can't even take photos there. I mean, I think with your phone, you're allowed to take them for personal use. It's all very clearly laid out on their website. They want to protect their, I guess, investments. And so they use that as backdrops for music videos and Hollywood films and these kinds of things. So they want to make sure, look at how many massage parlors there are. Lots of massage parlors. They want to make sure that they're getting their fees for filming. So yeah, they won't let me take even a cell phone in there and film anything. I would love to though. That'd be the dream. But until you're 100,000 subscriber channel and you have all this clout, you gotta just do the best you possibly can, which is what I'm doing. I won't be the first 100,000 channel. There's another person that's like, you'll hit it. You guys really like them, and that's great. So we used to go to a place right here on that side of that building. So that's kind of Asian looking. We were on a trip. I can't remember. We went to the Philippines or something. It was a cosmetics store, and it was like very much Southern California looking cosmetics store, like tons, like thousands of nail polishes and everything. Night. Oh man, Paul, you win. Comment of the night. I love it. I'm smiling. I promise you. So we came back and the place was burned to the ground, and it said active crime scene. Do not pass. Do not enter. So it was kind of a thing. Now these guys have been here forever, and I gotta wonder, did they love the pandemic? This has been called this for years. This is not a COVID thing. Let's repurpose. It's been food to homes. Mini Mart and food delivery. And then there's a tropical fish store. Why am I not going here? Lucky Tropical Fish. One of my Oscars passed away this week, and he was about 5 inches long, and he was prone to getting treating the water with copper, but as he got bigger, I couldn't treat it enough, and he was always prone to getting ill. So anyways, I think I'm done with fish for now. This Sapporo is interesting. Revolving Sushi Bar. This used to be a firing range owned by a family. And it was like very old school firing range. It wasn't glamorous. It didn't look this nice and glowing. But they sold out, I guess. And now it's a revolving sushi restaurant. Foot spas, lucky foot spas. So many foot spas. This place here, Ronald's, they sell vegan donuts. Vegan. Not vegetarian, but completely vegan. And if I gave you a vegan donut, you would not know. They're actually that good. Not that they're any healthier for you. They're not, but they're very good. So west of Rio. Yeah, we're west of the Rio. Rio's actually a block over. We're on Spring Mountain Road. Mike Wright asks, so are we west of the Rio? Yeah, we're west and south of the Rio right now. No, west and north. You can see the Rio right here on the camera. That's that red thing behind the tree right now. There it is. That's the Rio. So we're west and north of the Rio right now. I want to go to that psychic tarot player. Tarot or tarot? It's not a root, it's a tarot root. Caro root. This place here, the Joyful House, they used to run a banner that says USA Today, one of the top 10 Asian restaurants in America. So that is apparently a good place. Now, my wife loves beef with broccoli, and she had me pick it up one day, and it was just not, I wouldn't say it was one of the best. A lot of little businesses out here were wiped out. This little plaza here, they used to have a video game, like e-gaming and stuff in there, and that's gone. I think it was called Game Nest or something like that. And recently, in the last 10 years or so, they have gone to make these look more Asian themed. Before they did this, it was just a plaza strip mall. I remember we looked at the Red Dragon up the road. You see the Red Dragon here now. There's the Red Dragon. If you're just joining me, my name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm on Spring Mountain Road near Arville, pretty much. We're walking in Chinatown, Las Vegas, looking at, I don't think it's too close up. Looking at all the cool stuff we can see. I do have a face mask right here. It's from VegasFaceMask.com. I could put it on to show you, but I think you know we're pretty socially distanced. You don't really have to wear it, but that's, my wife makes these. Most of you already know that. So we're in Chinatown, and if you guys are with me, we're walking down to the Treasure Island. And those trees are always a trip. Where's the best boa soft serve ice cream? The only soft serve I know has ever come from a Dairy Queen and from a McDonald's. And one thing I miss about the buffets is they always had frozen yogurt, frozen custard, or soft serve ice cream at the end. It was so good. So good. So all those massage parlors, I'm never staying on this trip again, Giddy Up, John says. Lots of them. This place here, before the pandemic, it would have lineups. Sapporo Ramen. And you can see there is still a lineup here for people to get in. It's a little tiny place. I can't imagine the capacity here is very good. But they are open for business on Chinatown and Spring Mountain Road in Las Vegas. Now we have some bank buildings and stuff, just things that support the businesses of the area. I love those masks. I have a bunch of them. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, JC Reed. This place here on the left, coming up, we used to eat here all the time. But it's called Jenny Fa. And there was a second location close to where I work. But for some reason, even though it's the same company, I love these murals. Very nice murals. For some reason, even though it's the same company, it's not the same. Now it's called Sparrow and Wolf. Neighborhood Cookery and Libations. Remember, I told you it's getting more trendy here. And then there's a barbecue buffet, or you cook your food in front of you, right next to it. I got both my vaccines. Planning to come from Memorial Day weekend, Leslie says. Well, there you go. He is good to go. He's going to run through the streets naked, licking doorknobs, touching his eyeballs. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm glad you're feeling better about coming to Vegas. Very nice. If so-called Dan K is a troll, can somebody find him and neutralize him? Because if he just got kicked off of another stream, and Dan's a very good viewer, I don't think she'd be telling us some BS. So if you guys are watching and you know that there's trolls out there, do us a favor, make the stream better, and if you're a moderator with a wrench, do something with them. Trendy is pricey, you're right, in some cases. Pam Watson, thank you, stay healthy. And thank you guys for watching. From Texas, when is the live music coming back to Fremont? It could be May, could be March, could be May. They're allowed to submit under the governor's plans announced just the other day. Organizations are allowed to submit for gatherings, pardon my cough, on March 1st. No, February 15th they can submit the plans. March 1st they might be able to do them, which means I imagine that they're already drafting up the submission of plans for Fremont Street. Are they going to allow it? I don't think there's a hope in hell. But they might argue that Fremont Street's already dead as it is, so it's not like having some of those people. If they want to really... So here's what the Fremont Street has to do. If you guys want to hear what I think they would be smart to do in this case, say yes in the chat. Say yes in the chat if you do. I'm going to say it anyways. Fremont Street would go out with a drone. They can do it. They own the whole property. They would drone footage all those hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000 people, all in the intersections watching all of the artists, the street artists, okay? And they would say, what's the difference between this guy and the band that we want to play? It's both causing people to stop. At least if we have the band, we can direct it. We can have somebody on stage reminding me people. The musicians can ask people to socially distance in between the songs, and we can at least monitor it. Otherwise, these street performers are already breaking all the rules, and you haven't told us to get rid of the street performers. Now, you play that gambit, they might say they get rid of the street performers, which would be a bummer, but that would be their best argument. So now we're in really the older part of Spring Mountain. This is Spring Mountain Road, aka Chinatown, Las Vegas. We have a lot of Mexican-American places here too. I don't know if this is the right word to use, but maybe it's Hispanic, I'm not sure. So there's like, not this one, but there's a tire shop down here called Busy Bee, which is Hispanic owned, which is like one of the best tire shops in the city. I think that they're open 24/7 as well. So being so close to the strip, if you ever had a problem with your tire, they'll fix it for you. They'll sell you a whole set of tires. They're a great shop, and everybody there is awesome. $40, David. What are you doing, man? Thank you so much. Guys, I can't remind you enough, I don't monetize these streams, so that kind of helps a lot. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to say some words here. And this is another plaza. Now, I'm not cursing, okay? But if I read this, it almost reads like if somebody said, I'm telling you, I'm going to go out today and run around naked in the fountain at Bellagio, and you said, frickin' do it. If you don't know that faux is fa, and you say faux, yeah, I'm not going to say it. I always thought that was funny. Just like crazy, right? Thank you so much, David. Yeah, David is really kicking us up. Fucking. I'm just saying, okay? I'm not saying it's on purpose, but I sometimes wonder. Then we have these where they just built things on top of each other. More spas, of course. I don't know, that struck me as funny. This is the newest one, okay? This is the newest. Very big development here. And they were trying to compete with across the street, okay? So here's what this is. This is called Chinatown Plaza on the right-hand side, okay? 2 levels, probably the oldest. Intel Wild, thank you so much, Intel. Probably the oldest and well-established part of Spring Mountain, Chinatown. This came a little bit later over here. And then came this one. Now they both have arches. Yeah, this is actually really cool little area with tons of little shops, and this arch actually is a pretty good representation of stuff, and it's, you know, it's pretty nice actually. We've eaten at a Thai restaurant down here. Honestly, I'm not going to tell you the name. We weren't impressed by it, but there's only one in here, I think. I should tell you the name of the Thai restaurant, but it had a weird name. It's the Thai restaurant that's directly to the back of this place. We didn't like it very much. It was expensive, and I mean the garlic rice was pretty good, but it was, yeah, I had satay. She had some kind of Thai food, and you know, we have a better, like I said, and there's a cultural center the biggest disappointment we had was when every year as well, they close the huge Chinese New Year celebration with Shaolin Kung Fu demonstrations and open 24 hours a day. See, I'm learning stuff on my stream. It's not just there's a couple, and I told you in a previous live stream that when we're down by the El Gordo tacos on the strip, I said it used to be called the Schiff Center, SCHIFF, Schiff, and I said because there's a street in Chinatown named street that goes behind this strip mall, which is Kung Fu. I think this is the plaza at Spring Mountain. It's called the Kung Fu Thai is. From California, 99 Ranch Market might look familiar to you. It's a chain. We have a Chinatown in Honolulu. Happy Chinese New Year. Yes, you too. The 99 Ranches all over. I think they actually have them up in Canada even right now. And this is Wang and Associates. Wang and Associates. I wonder which one is Mr. Wang. I don't think it's either of those gentlemen that you can see right now. I'm pretty sure it's the other two guys on the left side. Nathan Lafontaine. That's a great name, Nathan. Todd Wilk, Wang Jin, and Andrew Van Ness. That is cool. That's smart. They cover every single language in the whole city. You can get food trucks. Thanks. There you go. I don't know if they have bacon wrapped hot dogs cooked in grease like downtown, but hey, it's a start, ain't it? This is Play It Again Sam's Gentleman Club. It's the only one of its type on this street. This is a niche. I don't want to get into it on the channel, but there's older ladies at this place. I'll leave it at that. And then whenever there's one of these, you always have these boxes to try to get you to the ranches out in Pahrump. But yeah, they're about to get cited because they got garbage attached to it. You can't have like garbage or spray paint on your boxes if you display adult materials. You get a fine, you get a warning, then a fine. We're gonna go across the street right now. I used to go to this Bank of America. This is probably the busiest bank branch in the West Coast of the United States. It seems that way. David Saldana, pie a street taco on me. David, my man, you're too generous, thank you. And so yeah, you can see Chinatown Plaza. Again, real quick for you. You can see the sign there. And beautiful artwork. They fenced it off because it was being graffitied, which is pretty lame. So Kapit Baja is a Filipino place. It's right here at the Paris Baguette. And if you're seeing baguettes in Chinatown, it's not that strange, okay? If you learn about the history of Vietnam, the Vietnamese were occupied by France for a long time. So Vietnamese cuisine includes a lot of French things in their cooking. So you're bound to see French breads and things like that. As a matter of fact, there's a famous liquor store chain out here called Lee's Discount Liquor. The billboards are great. And there's also a sandwich shop that they have. It's the same company that's going to be right across the way. Paris Baguette is actually a... Well, I still hold true to what I'm saying, which is that there's a lot of French in Vietnamese cuisine. But see, I have the smartest viewers on YouTube. They tell me about Paris Baguette being a Korean chain. I love it. There's a really good herb shop. Okay. Like ginseng and turmeric right next to Paris Baguette. And that's where the Filipino place is, Kapit Baja as well over there. And intersection has had so many accidents, okay? One of the girls that worked over at Play It Again Sam's, she died coming out of this at 4 in the morning one day because somebody was drinking and driving on Spring Mountain Road. And it's a shame. So I have to be real careful out here. I did cross jaywalk up there, but I'm not doing it here. And Mayweather's boxing club, Floyd Mayweather, Money May, is actually in this plaza as well. We're not going to see the back of it because there's nothing to see back there. There's something called the Serenity Club, which is for NA meetings and anger management and people doing that such thing. And then there's a place that sells kids. And there's a tiny little theater called the Las Vegas Theater that I wonder how it stays in business. And sometimes I do wonder if when you see a money-making business that obviously doesn't make money, like businesses are supposed to profit, I do oftentimes wonder if it's a front. Hey, it's a question, man. Go see Steve Stevens at VIP Sports. Where is VIP Sports? I mean, I'll pop in. I'll be like, hey, Steve, you guys are great, said to send you. He'd be like, thanks. Say hello as you guys are great. He'll say, thank you for the compliment. I didn't know you. I don't even know you, but YouTube thing. And he'll go, oh, YouTube, I don't do that. The center at Spring Mountain. Let's go take a look at some of these restaurants, okay? Can you rent a nice place for $700 to $800? Probably not. Just the way it is. When you watch my video on Naked City, you'll see the rents there are $600. Might get you a little bit better. See, look at this. My face mask on. This place moved. The Gamers Paradise. Hall of Fame, I believe. Get out of here. Goodness gracious. Xbox 360 demo. This thing here came out in probably 2005. It's 15 years old. A lot of you guys are going to old games ever. And people, oh my god. See, my internet connection is dying in here. Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Hopefully we get our internet connection back. I don't think you're officially gone. It just says it's unstable. We're going to try to get it back for you guys. Pac-Man, yeah, we're back. We are not officially gone. You guys are great. Be positive. So we have some jewelers out here. Let me know you guys can see me. Give me a comment that you guys can see me for sure. Good now, good. Steven should have. Excuse me, do I work here? That would have been great. Vape shops. Look at how like high end, man. Is that not high end, you guys? This is a vape shop in Las Vegas. Just go vape some nicotine in like a boutique. I don't know if you can actually do it there. There's just Asian pastry shops down here. Yeah, I always run the risk. 17th annual Damn Short Film Festival. Maybe if I get really good at making videos about Vegas, I can enter some things in film festivals. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Vegas flooring outlet. It's so weird, right? You see this here. You want to buy some hardwood? You come to the Vegas flooring outlet. But why is it here? You know, then up here you're going to see restaurants. You know, like the Tiki Hut or Tiki Room, whatever it's called. You know, here, yeah, right next to the flooring place is these nice restaurants you can go in. There's the people just going in, having fun on a Saturday night. I don't know what it's like where you're from. Yeah, reservations only descends on Monday. Wasn't vaping banned starting this year? No, vape. Yeah, it is a busy place inside, but you can see the tables are sufficiently distanced. Everybody's sitting far apart. No, vaping's not banned. They just basically put some restrictions on what you can put in flavors. They were marketing to children. No additional people may attend your appointment. Come alone. It sounds like if you got a call from somebody and they're trying to ransom your kids off and they're like, come alone, come with nobody else, or the kid gets it. So State Farm. Got you into like a good neighbor. I was going to say we are farmers, but that's not right. T-Mobile, of course. I mean, you got your chains and stuff like that. Go in there and scream bloody murder about my connection. Here's the Lee's sandwich shop I was telling you guys about. Open to the midnight on weekends. Lee's sandwiches. I'm pretty sure this is the same as, you know, the Lee's discount liquor people. But Lee is a very, very popular name. It's kind of like Smith in America or in England. I mean, Lee is one of those names. So they do sandwiches. They do Vietnamese style sandwiches with like good breads and stuff like that. How much for a blankety blank? Steven, what's the going range for? That's good. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being on the stream with me tonight. So you're gone. We got skin design tattoos. Some of these places, like I say, that Spring Mountain never used to look this way. Now it's very much like something you'd see. I don't know if it's LA, Beverly Hills. That's where I want to be, living in LV. So 7 Leaves Cafe, they sell nothing but teas and bobas. K-Town Cosmetics. Jeez Louise. Yeah, lots of cosmetics down here. All you can eat Hanu Korean barbecue. There's another one of these also called Hanu up the road. We've eaten at this one, I think. Maybe not. They put the, so what happens here is these have gas grills underneath. And those go on there and they fire them up and they come to your table and bring you as much meat as you want. About $25 to $35. Then we have the Golden Tiki, a place I will not go into right now because I'll lose my connection. But listen to this when I open the door. See if you just hear. It's very, very dark in there. Very,
What's up,
very
my
creepy.
friend?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing good. Just showing. I thought I'd hear the Davy Jones theme on the thing. I didn't hear it. But almost made it. So Golden Tiki is obviously like very themed, and it's I don't know what to tell you about it. You're not gonna get karaoke in here. You're just gonna have like a little kind of dive type bar that's themed, kind of cool. We went in there and then we went right back out to the to the karaoke place because it's very, very small in there. This was a long time ago. Yeah, it's called the Tiki Room Lounge Hut, but it's been around forever. People really like that place. So we have some more banks to support the Asian community out here. So President's Day, everything's closed on Monday. Yeah, and we have more restaurants. And some of these are themed pretty nicely, actually. They're very, like, I mean, look at the wall over there. I mean, that is some serious decorations. Yamasushi Japanese restaurant. That's what you have. They tell you your Valentine's special, what they have, what alcohol is on sale. Just watching 1980, thank you so much. Appreciate it. But that guy wasn't impressed that I was in front of his door with a camera. And then you have the sad ones. These guys are closed. They never open back up. And I was telling you about some of these businesses just not being able to survive down here. Shoku Ramen. Again, really trendy, man. These are not little dive bars. But I don't think we should show you that. They might get in trouble. A lot of people in that building. And then, oh my goodness. Can you imagine? Guys, look at the arms. Put your arms in there. You know what I think this is? This is what Ridley got in Alien. It's an endoskeleton. This is an endoskeleton massage chair. My God. Pick it and flick it. Why wasn't your question answered? Because there's a lot of chats and I'm not staring at the screen as much. Sorry about that. I'm looking at all the stuff to show you. It wasn't personal. I trust me on that. So more of these little, this is actually a Mexican place in Spring Mountain Road. Street tacos and everything. They used to have skeletons up at the front on display, like they were like human-sized skeletons, and they were sitting with, like, they were drinking. This place is so expensive. Their market price on seafood is through the roof, and they don't even look like they have seating. They have some seating. It's like they mark their price up for. This is. Oh no! This is Hot and Juicy. I'm wrong. Okay, this is actually the second Hot and Juicy location. The next one is the one on the Strip. There's another seafood restaurant, though, that they mark their prices up so much. It's totally crazy. Yeah, they had the skeletons there, and it looks like what they've had to do is they've had to go ahead and take those away so they can have seating near the window to space everybody out. Gelato bars to the left of me. Zeba shoes. Never even heard of this. Maybe I need to look into these for all the walking I do. They look just like any other shoes. But apparently they're the best shoes ever. Put your shoes on. Is this an Asian thing? Do you guys know? Is this like an Asian brand? Oh my God. Did you see that? You never have to bend over. That's perfect for people with mobility issues. Now this place. Excuse me, I'm going to Plantage, darling. This was the place that caused them before the pandemic to ruin the parking. So you can see all this is all just the pandemic. They had closed this all up And this is the best jeweler in town, by the way, International Watch and Clock. They've been here since forever, for like 40 years. M&I International. It's the best jewelry place in town for fixing things and watches. But they closed this all down, and they had a valet, and you couldn't park anywhere because this plaza actually is got an entire back alleyway. You couldn't even park in the back alley. It really sucked, and people got upset. I got upset. I made a video about it on the channel, like a goober, and then the owner of the place actually reached out to me, and I'm like, well, let's talk about it on an interview. You can tell your story, because they said, well, we're just trying to classify Spring Mountain Road. We think it's not classy enough. Well, I don't know about that. It seems okay to me. But they did destroy the parking. And now it's gone, obviously. There's no reason for valet parking. So we now have some... we're going to be at the Strip soon. You can see Trump Tower, the Encore, and the Wynn. It is a Subway. We've been at Krung Siam. It's not a bad restaurant. But if you want great Thai, I almost didn't show you. Shame on me. This right here, Kung Fu Thai, since 1973. The best Thai and Chinese restaurant. We just takeout. We always go over to Pearl Walk to go, which is on way out in Summerlin, but this place is fantastic. But this Subway was a Quiznos, and I think before that it was a Blimpies. So it just goes to show you what the sub chain that won the sub wars, that would be them. So yeah, this was two different sub chains before, and Subway finally stuck around. Those massage chairs are never as good as human hands. Probably not, but that was the ultimate massage chair. Across the street, we have some brand new condos. These just got finished in the last few years. And I think this has to be a chain, like a developer, because they all have the same styling. They all have the same kind of logos. This one's called Lotus. Of course, Lotus is an exotic flower. And then right across the street, you have Cultivate. I don't have to tell you what kind of business this is. We don't really talk about that stuff on the channel, but you'll get an idea. And yeah, modern day dispensaries are very, very clean, and they look like an Apple store when you go to them half the time, I guess, from what I understand it. That chair costs $5,000. I could buy a brand new Mac for that. Slot Freaks is here. Happy Lunar New Year. Thank you, Slot Freaks. I guess you guys say thank you to Slot Freaks, because he provided my wife and I a great level of hospitaliano. My mother worked at Olive Garden, and I'm tripping over my words. He gave us a lot of hospitality on Super Bowl weekend, had us come up to the penthouse at the Luxor, and we watched the game, played some pool, and had a great time. So thank the Slot Freaks for that, for helping us out when we didn't have an invite. He even actually offered above and beyond, but we only had 2 tickets for an event, and we had a third person we wanted to treat. 666 viewers. Well, mine says 673, so that's good. Well, then we get to basically the end of Spring Mountain Road, where things get a lot less glamorous and a lot less Asian themed. We have empty streets over here. Of course, we can see the Mirage, the Venetian, the Palazzo. You can even see the Flamingo from here. It's the pinkish one. All the big lights. We are going to soldier on as we look. Get a little bit windy. I apologize for the wind. I'm thinking of doing a vlog on YouTube of my journey. Why and how my move to Vegas from New York was at age 49. Interesting. Maybe people will watch that journey. You never know. Let's head to Ellis Island, Pistol says. Well, the wife will be waiting for us at the fashion show, but we will get to Ellis Island. I'll show you guys the front yard, which is the new microbrewery that they built there. The Village Pub has fantastic food, as I mentioned in another live stream. Now, it's really hard to see this, so I'm going to try to zoom in and not make it really clear. It's getting windy out. This is that is a car vending machine. So you could buy a car from that machine, and I think they must set the machine up. It's a car vending machine in Las Vegas. They have a few of those. I think there's one in Florida. I think Texas also has one. I didn't know what they were building there. It's right on the Interstate 15. So you would drive past it every day. It's a huge billboard for the company. And then finally I realized, oh my god, it's a car vending machine right here in Las Vegas. Sorry about the wind, guys. I figured I would do a live stream tonight. May not be able to do one tomorrow night. It's Valentine's Day. So we're doing our best working against the elements. Not the elephants. Elephants weigh thousands of pounds. You can't really win against an elephant. One bedroom apartment for $1,200 seems about right in Las Vegas. Yeah, I mean, $1,000 you could get away with too. Vegas is really hard to rent in if you don't have stellar credit right now. Because it's a transient city. People move in and out so often that the owners are very selective. And it's a very competitive renting market right now. So a lot of people will settle for something that they're not happy with just to have a place. And it's unfortunate. They go off credit checks and history of your utilities and all that more than they go off the person. But that's the world we live in. We're still trucking on to the Fashion Show Mall. And I missed showing you guys the Busy Bee tire shop. It's a few blocks back. Sorry I wasn't paying attention there. Alright, we got it. More office parks as we head towards the Strip. We are now on Spring Mountain Road. We have been this entire time. We started this journey 1 hour, 17 minutes ago. We got a little ways to go until we get to the Strip. So the adult superstore is across the street. It's a chain, and I'm only mentioning it because of the mural on the wall. Now, this chain has painted these murals on the wall of their establishments, of all of them. There's like several of them, and one is a very American themed, and one is Asian themed here in Chinatown. And it's like, I don't know if they just have somebody in the company that loves to paint, or if they're paying somebody to do that, but it's really interesting. Really interesting. So this is just like any other town in America, except you have the backdrop of the Las Vegas Strip behind us. Getting my steps in, bro, is what Mike says. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, is anybody here new on the chat? If you are new on the chat, say yes. You can go ahead and say your name. Yeah, we're walking about 3.5 miles, a little more. What's the street's name that you're walking on? I'm not familiar. We're on Spring Mountain Road right now. So if you're on the Strip, you're on the west side, you're on the opposite end of where the Wynn is. It's called Spring Mountain Road. John is new. Jose is new. We're also the real Namaste is new. Thank you guys for being new in the chat. I appreciate you being here. Richard Bright is new. Patricia Crespo is new. Isaac Nunez Jr. is new. Andrew H. is new. Very Detailed Window Cleaner is new. Teresa W. is new. Natalie Carman is new. I got a lot more newbies in here than I thought. Thank you guys so much. Tim Shurex says kind of new. Minho Cho says hi. Frank Yu says hi. Treva Barber says hi. Filtered Waters is new. Very nice. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dre, for watching since New Year's Eve. If you guys are new guys, my name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm the Vegas vlogger. We're on Spring Mountain Road, walking east towards the Strip. Spring Mountain is west. This road stops at the Strip. It turns into east nothing. It turns into Sands Avenue, named after the Sands Hotel. But Chinatown in Vegas has a history, albeit a small one, a short one. Now, I got to remember, so here's what I just did. I think I walked myself into a corner. There's only one way to cross the interstate. And guess what side of the street it is not on? You're a winner chicken dinner if you said this side of the street. So I see a crosswalk up here, so we don't have to risk our lives. And we're gonna have to walk on the other side of this business park because there's no way, there's no sidewalk out here. This is not a pedestrian-friendly city, unfortunately. And we have the timeshare and the Rio. This is the Wyndham Desert Blue, and the Rio Hotel is both those red towers. Rio is open, Wyndham is open. Not coming here to run a Ponzi scheme or scam people. You just run one of these places. I'm just kidding. That's the problem though with this town is that, you know, rents are high, security deposits are high. How long have you been streaming videos, Roger asks? I started streaming in June of 1998. No, 1999. June of 2019. But then I streamed once in a while, and then I started streaming in earnest like all the time. Right on, I think, maybe it was Easter night, on Easter of 2020, because people asked me to. They said, can you stream now? We weren't able to stream outside then. Well, I did go out to the strip, but it was closed. So I'd stream from home, and I think I streamed consecutively for nearly 60 days without missing a single day. How do we get down? So here's another fun thing. There's no sidewalk. Like, is there a stairway? There's no stairway. Denied. Wayne's World. So there's no stairway down? Nope. See, they built a sidewalk so you could get to the crosswalk to cross the interstate, but they didn't build a way to walk down. How smart are they? Palms had the Playboy rooms. This is right, Joseph Williams. So yeah, so I started streaming every day. Didn't stop. There is no crosswalk here. Oh boy, did I ever screw myself. I thought there was a crosswalk. Wouldn't it make sense if they put one here? Alright, well, we're going to do something incredibly dangerous in a minute. Don't worry. I'm not looking at the camera while I do this, so if you guys super chat or something, I won't be able to see it, or if you chat, I won't be able to read your chats. Oh man, that's life. You can tell I'm not really a walking pedestrian person in Vegas. It's very windy if you're watching, and I'm so sorry. I wrote a letter to God and I asked him to please turn down the wind, and he said he would do his best, but no promising. Alright, I'm here. Yeah, U-turn would be about a half a mile back. You gotta wonder, like I say, it's not a very pedestrian-friendly city, right? You can tell. It shouldn't be this hard to get across the street to cross, because there's only one side of the street where there's a sidewalk to go under and over Interstate 15, which is the road that you can see right up there. That's Interstate 15. This is the interchange of 15 and Spring Mountain Road. Not really a major bottleneck in Las Vegas. Usually pretty good. Don't worry, he wasn't knocking at me. So now we have this. All right, we did it. Cue the music. Looks like we made it. All right, so then there's a set of stairs. I've done this before when I had a bicycle. So I know there's a set of stairs over here, and there's always homeless people living on the stairs, which is unfortunate. There we go. Cross the road. Why did the vlogger cross the road? Because it's the only way to get over the interstate. That's unfortunate. It's not very efficient. But I love Vegas in 2011. My 3-bedroom condo was on the corner of Baja. Neighborhood association fees, which are not bad. Well, it's not bad. Well, paying those fees is a big bonus. Bone in their side, I don't, thorn in their side. Some people hate those fees, and I don't really blame you guys for hating them. But some of them are good. You get a nice pool. You know, they pick up the trash. Here we are doing something silly on the camera for you guys. I love y'all. So if you're new in the chat and I called your name out, consider subscribing if you love Las Vegas, or you love travel, or you love to see the cities of the world. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. My name is Steven, and I do these videos all of the time. I premiered my video today. It was the homeless encampments in Las Vegas. We call that Lost to Vegas, the Forgotten Sin City. So this is that flourish of blue down there is another industry-specific selling, cannabis products. There's a lot of that stuff here, especially in this area. We're going though. I liked your video on Circuit Bunk Pad. Thank you, William Roberts. I have another circuit video that I have to do. I'll have to go down there with my camera and film an intro for it. Those videos were somewhat rushed. I mean, I didn't know what I was looking at, and I took a lot of footage. They were very challenging to be able to edit as well, because I didn't set my camera exposure right, so there's flicker. I had to buy a $150 plugin to do it. about getting rid of my timeshare. Because there's a lot of people that have timeshares. And they want to make money from you. 3,000. I wish there were 3,000 people watching. I would break my New Year's Eve. Alright, so this is how we get up to the 15. Mahal kita. Oh, that's nice of you. I love you guys too. Speaking the Tagalog. I called it Tagalong at first. I was so ignorant. Tagalog. Tagalog. One of the official languages of the Philippines. Plus dozens of other dialects. Alright, so guess what? We're here now. If you had a bike, you would take the ramps. And if there wasn't any transient, there was no transient people. So, this is what it's like to be in America. This is America. Look at me walking around. Anyways, they have these big barriers, as you can see above me. They're always curved. Like somehow that prevents a person from standing on or sitting on this. They're trying to stop people from throwing things into the roadway below. But I believe the curve is there to prevent winds. And if any garbage were to fly up, probably wouldn't fall over. And this is actually pretty clean up here. I've seen this a lot worse, and I used to have to walk this, believe it or not. I'm walking in. Good luck, everybody says. Very nice. So yeah. So we're walking right on top of pretty much everything. We kind of went underneath the Interstate 15. You can see those cars there. This feeds onto it. Can't control a lot of things on camera, but I try to control the show to make it good for you guys. So we're on Spring Mountain Road, walking over into, just got really freaking lit, downtown. We're not downtown, the Strip. My gas is if I end up near Sears. I could. Sears is on the other side of the Mirage. You can see it's that one there, that's the Mirage. No, we're going to the Fashion Show Mall. We're going to be in the Fashion Show Mall in just a few minutes. So yeah, walking all the way down, and it's busy in Spring Mountain Road, which is nice. Yeah, you can see another encampment for homeless down here, unfortunately. Near the train tracks. You see them down here. That's why I said it's not an area I would walk into late at night. Right now we are okay. We're going to keep on going. We're going to meet Sweet Caroline. I'm going to meet her on the camera. An hour and a half. It's been about an hour and a half. A little behind schedule because we stopped and looked at some stuff in Chinatown. But she knows that she can watch me live and see where I am. See if it's a real trooper. No, there's only one trooper, and he's a poker player who made bubble crafts for us. Thank you so much. Yup, this is Spring Mountain. These roads are so small. A lot of these interchanges were built in the 1960s and 70s, and they are in dire need of getting fixed up and expanded. But there's an episode of Adam Ruins Everything. The show went off the deep end and it jumped the shark, but they did some good episodes. One they did on cars. If you build bigger roads, you don't actually alleviate the traffic. There's going to be more traffic. So it's tough. The solution, as Neil Tyson deGrasse said, is either flying in the air, which we wanted to fly in cars, but why don't we build tunnels? Musk is doing out here in Las Vegas. The Boring Company building the tunnels. It's an Elon Musk operation. So now we have the Strip, Treasure Island. To the right of us, the Nation's behind it. You can see the High Roller and Harrows. The Mirage is right here to our right-hand side. Why is it windy in Vegas? Because Cali sucks and Arizona blows? Oh man, I like people from California and Arizona. But that's a funny joke. You win. Funny joke of the night. So Elon's tunnels. Yeah, they're building tunnels. So, you know, I like Neil Tyson deGrasse, but At the same time, the guy doesn't doesn't have a phone case. He likes to live dangerously. Those are the two things I remember from that interview he did. Here's Joe Rogan. He doesn't use a phone case. And we should dig tunnels. Falls actually to the. I guess I'm trying to shield the mic with your mask. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Unless I lose my Vegas face mask. VegasDeadCats.com. Some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about. A dead cat is when you put on a microphone. Is that any better for you guys? Might be, I don't know. Play with Daisy. Take a ride on Route 66. Very nice. I might just close out the video stream because you guys can't stop complaining about the wind. Not everybody, and I'm not trying to punish people, but you know, there's a lot of streamers wouldn't go out in the wind. Some of them will. I will. So give us some slack. I can't help the wind, but we're walking right now. That's annoying on your ears. Don't worry, there's 900 other videos you can watch on the channel, and there'll be more soon. What main street is this now? And that's not really, you're hearing some wind, but you're also hearing cars zipping past me. This is still Spring Mountain Road in Las Vegas Boulevard. We're getting up to the boulevard right now. This is where you would, gamble and do Las Vegas-y stuff. Cool here, I like the wind. I don't like the wind very much. I was trying to do our best job tonight. I'm sorry about the wind, guys. It dies down, see? See how the wind died down? Yes. So that about 2 minutes of pain you guys just suffered through, be impeccable with your word, guys. Be kind with your word. Use your word to be empowering to people. I know the wind sucks, but we try our best to steer on the channel. We're looking at Treasure Island over here. This billboard is completely blank. It's weird, considering how much it costs to run a billboard here. Where in the Philippines is your wife from? We're in Bacolod. Well, I know a guy named June Bacolod in the Philippines. It's his family name. She's in the south, in Mindanao. That's kind of all I'll say because I got family out there, and you know how the Philippines is. If you're rich, you got to have a driver and stuff. You don't have to, but it's a good idea. So I just want to do that for security reasons. So my wife is in Mindanao. I love the Philippines. I love it. I would retire there in an instant. One of my favorite countries in the world, and I've been to several countries: Canada, Mexico, the United States, Philippines. But we just gotta watch our privacy. So we have the Fashion Show Mall over here, the Encore in the wind, and look at that, the wind stopped just like I predicted. It's only bad because we were basically up in the air over the interstate, so we're okay. Do the casinos give me any comps, Roger? No, I'm not a gamer, so they're not comping me anything at the casinos. I'm sure there's some bloggers that get comps in casinos. I'm not one of them. If you have the chance, can you show us the new video craps table? Yes, I'll have to smuggle my camera in there. Harris has a pretty strict filming policy, but I'd love to show that to you. What Del Y is talking about is that there's this amazing new craps table at Harris. It doesn't have any chips that you can touch. It has touch screens to place your bets, so you don't have to put your chips on the table. You press a button to roll the dice, and it spits out tickets, and you can pay with your card. They're trying to cut down the amount of things people touch in a casino, and Harris is the first one to use it. It's all computerized. It's digital. And now, look at how... Now, is this because of the wind, or is this because somebody hates the industry? This is probably the wind that did this today. That's how bad the wind was this morning. And yeah, I'm really surprised that we haven't seen more shards from the trees. The palm trees will have big, huge pieces of bark that rip off. Such as this. Good timing, Steven. Good work. So this is, oh man, old man noises. This is what I'm talking about. These things will come off the trees. And they're just essentially giant fans, and they'll fly. They come off the tops of the trees right there. These trees are really well groomed though, so you're not going to see too many of them because they won't realize the idea is we can see some on the ground right in front of you. Are the ranches open, Con-Am? I believe they're closed. You're talking about the adult establishments outside of Las Vegas, where the oldest profession is legal, but I think they're closed as far as I understand it. Has Aria opened up? Yes, Aria's been open. Bernie, Jay Click, we were there. We went into Aria right on Christmas week, and we took this epic video of the 2,000-pound sugar house. So it was made out of real sugar, and real dessert pastry chefs all set it up. So yeah, it's definitely 100%. We got the wind back. I'll point that out before you do. Sorry about the wind, guys. Does somebody still throw the dice? Okay. You know, I'm not a gambler. You guys can teach me stuff. What I see, Niagara. Love Niagara. I used to live in Niagara Falls when I was a kid. Some of you guys knew that. Ranch is closed until at least May 1st. Yep, I think Scooter Nader is right. Although, Larry Flint's... oh my God, the wind. Sorry about that, guys. Larry Flint's Hustler Club. Larry Flint passed away. Rest in peace to him. It's been cited 2 weekends in a row. I don't suspect they'll keep it open. The gentlemen's clubs are bikini bars now. There's nothing topless about them. And if you're watching with your kids, I'm really sorry I'm talking like this. Try not to, but we're talking about it. Somebody asked a question, and I don't want to ignore them. And they keep going to topless, and I think that's why they're getting fined. I think that's the reason. Either that or they're just really breaking social distancing. But I don't suspect that place will stay open for long. But there's other places. There's Sapphire near the Strip, that kind of stuff if you really need your fix in Las Vegas. A lot of people like the city for that, and I totally get it. It's Sin City. It's an adult playground. People, what casinos offer free parking, George? So I used to name all of them, and now for the sake of I talked now for an hour and 37 minutes, I will say the ones that don't offer it are Caesar's Palace, Bally's, and Flamingo. For sure, those three. Everybody else, as far as I know, is free. I can confirm free at Planet Hollywood and Miracle Mile Shops. Okay, I can confirm free at, obviously, Treasure Island has always been free. The Fashion Show Mall is free. I can confirm, meaning I've been there. The Wynn and the Encore are free. Bellagio is free as well. MGM Grand is free. Those are the properties that I parked at. And so I know those are for free. Also Mandalay Bay, Luxor, those are also freebies. So I can confirm those unequivocally, yes. Other ones, I assume that they're free. If you're a local and you have a driver's license, you can park at Caesar's Palace, and then you scan your driver's license on the way out, and the gate magically opens for you. And otherwise, you're going to pay at Flamingo, you're going to pay at the Bally's. And you pay down at Circa too. Actually, every place downtown you pay, but I park at Circa. So when I'm parked there, it's like $4 an hour, $16 for their valet for like half the day. So the valet is the better deal at Circa, and it's actually running. Then your next question is what valets are running? None except for Circa and the free valet at Caesar's Palace, I know for sure. I don't think any other valets are running that I've seen. So we've arrived at our destination. We're here. Unbelievable. Mr. Juan is here. Thank you guys so much. Trop is free. Thank you, Con. I should have confirmed that. I parked there too in the past. So we are now officially at the Fashion Show Mall. Beautiful. Borrachos in Las Vegas. I don't see any drunk people yet. I'm sure they exist. It is Sin City after all. Electronic blackjack and poker sucks. Carnival Cruise Lines has electronic poker and kind of hated it. Now the electric craps was kind of fun. Well, there you go. Reviews from the front lines. Well, there we are, guys. We're at the Fashion Show Mall. It's a beautiful thing. We can go inside. I got to put my face mask on, which I totally took off. Steve Wynn didn't like the canopy. Not sure which canopy we're talking about because I missed something in context. Arnold voice for Kay's Jeweler. Kay's Jeweler. I'm not following you on that one. 30,000 steps? Not even close. Maybe not. Probably 10,000. It's only a few miles, guys. I think there's 5,000 per mile or something like that. If I was able to get to Vegas, I'd be Hambooed? Not sure what that is. So he built it. Okay. Hey, Steve. 35 centimeters and 120. All right. 35 centimeters and 100. Oh, and minus 20 here in Hamilton. I imagine you mean minus 20 Celsius. So you had 35 centimeters of snow, did you? It's a lot of snow. Anybody want to convert that to inches for me? That's almost a foot and a half. Gong Hoi Fat Choi, James McComas says. That means Happy New Year or something to that effect in Chinese, but I don't know the name. Any free shuttle to and from the Strip in downtown Fremont? That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one. I'm not sure. Now I have my face mask on. I managed to put it on with one hand. Pretty dexterous guy I am. This is from VegasFaceMask.com, 2 for $25, the only 2 you'll ever need. And we're in the fashion show mall. I thought it was locked up for a minute. This mall is open till 8, but very open to me. 5 to 8 inches by Tuesday, Carol says. My goodness. Resorts World Progress. Please show the new stuff, Roadrunner. We were down here just the other day. Walked like 2 hours. But we'll show it during the day. I think that's a good idea to come out. Got lots of good ideas. You guys always feed me with good ones. But here's the fashion show. Is Prim and Whiskey Pete's open? That I don't know. I think they are open down there. I know the outlet center is open for sure. Prim is a small town, approximately 40 miles south of the Strip, right on the state line. So you can step with your feet over and straddle both California and Nevada if you want. Arnold voice for Sbarro's. Yeah, pizza. I love to eat pizza. Go to the gym and work it off in the gymnasium. Arnold voice for life, baby. You guys are wonderful. Hey, I want to thank you for watching my channel tonight. If you guys are new on the channel, I want to ask you to consider subscribing the channel. That would be a very nice thing for you to do. We're in the Fashion Show Mall right now, where the tables are also filthy. Seriously, man. Somebody should come and clean that up. Oh, geez, these tables are just nasty. I'm trying to sit down. I've been walking for 1 hour and 43 minutes straight almost. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys for being here. Yes, for sure. I'll do something I don't usually do so I can see you guys. See if I can figure this out. Little arrows. I hardly ever use the front-facing camera. I used to use it all the time. And there I am. CV tables. Yeah, well, they're good for holding a gimbal. That's all I can tell you. Hey, look, here's the thing, right? I went and I filmed at the Pinball Hall of Fame today. I wanted to do that. I'm going to do a video for them. It'll come out on the channel. When you guys watch it, I want you to seriously consider supporting them. They have a GoFundMe, and they need about $85,000 or else all of their machines are gone. The whole thing is gone for good, for life. And the guy's been, it's a 31-year dream. You'll see it. You'll see how it is, and it's the only one of its kind in the world. So consider if you go to GoFundMe Pinball Hall of Fame, and I'll post the video up. I think I should have that up tomorrow. I'll have to go and edit it after we're done here. Tim Arnold is a great guy, not Tom Arnold, same different person. And I just hope them the best. That was like, could you imagine? I'm 40. If I worked on something since I was 9 years old, that would be tough. But anyways, we're at the Fashion Show Mall right now. I gotta go find the missus, give her some kisses. And it's, yeah, what time is it? It's 7:15 right now in Las Vegas. Nice temperature. Maybe Siri knows. What is 35 centimeters in inches?
That would be 13.78 inches.
I said foot and a half. I was way off. My Siri sounds Irish because why not? All right, guys, like, share, subscribe, share this with somebody else. If you want to show them what Chinatown looks like. Gung hoi fat choi. Can't say it. Not going to try to butcher it. Oh, the wife is at Dillard's. Let's go meet the wife. She's at Dillard's. Let's go see her. We're going to go to Dillard's, everybody. She just let her plate her cards on the table. All right, let's see if we can get to Dillard's. You know what? I was going to log off. I see if you guys are a diehard, you didn't log off the camera. That's a positive thing. Now you get to see the missus. Where's Dillard's, though? Oh man, brooches. She should be here, but she's not. Dillard's, Las Vegas Boulevard. Macy's. Dick's Sporting Goods. Where's Dillard's? Is she at a different mall? Oh, it's over here. It's up on the top level. Oh, okay, I can see it now. The shoes area, LOL. Uh-oh, I better get to Dillard's fast. That's a married joke. That's a dad joke. 3, 2, 1, we are back. Aren't you glad you guys didn't leave? You get to see the Fashion Show Mall now, all the way to Dillard's at least. Oh my god. 500 games. Good, how are you? 5 games. Hilarious. Get your old Mario on, guys. Yeah, here's the thing about it. This is also a one This is great because they're using PlayStation 3 controllers that are light as hell, like you have nothing in them. You play Super Mario Brothers 3. It's complete sacrilegiousness when you play it with a 3 controller. Oh my gosh, my childhood is being put into a system on a chip and pumped out in China and sold in Las Vegas. Anyways, how much is that? You can buy those things for $15 on AliExpress. They sell for about $60, $75 here at the Fashion Show Mall. So you can imagine, if we can buy them on AliExpress for $15, they're going to Alibaba, which is for the retailers, and they're selling those things for $5, $3. Making that profit, gotta make stat profit. Hello, mega shout out Lodi, California, Finster TV says. So we are probably gonna want to stop at the ABC store as well. There's one in this mall, so hot tip to you. Go to the ABC store. This was so weird in the past. Victoria's Secret, they had nudity, like burlesque photos here with full nudity at the one in the Miracle Mile, and I was like, what? They got rid of them. Somebody must have said something. Maybe they had. Here's another one. Look at this. And the kids are just eating it up because it's a video game. How many of these can they possibly have in one mall? This has to be, what, is it the same company? So you can tell it's not authorized. I mean, if you guys know these little mini ones, this is actually uses the same connector. How much is this?
This is $40.
$40. Okay, good. Good price.
The 2 controllers?
Comes with 2 controllers.
Yeah.
Look at that. Almost looks like the real thing.
And the listy game.
And 500 games. Let's take a look at the games, guys. Let's see here. I used to. Let's see if I can zoom in for you guys.
The Connect.
You connect that way? All right, I gotcha. Oh, we can't see because it's so
Mario,
blurry.
Tetris, Papa, King Kong.
Space ET, Space Force, Tennis. Oh, this is what I thought. 4 Ninja Turtles games, 8 concert games, why not? And probably 15 versions of Mario. Okay, you're awesome. Thank you so much for $40. Is this 49? Is it 49
No,
or 40?
49? No.
Special
$40.
price just for us. Thank you so much. So yeah, so what's happening with those is that basically what they've done in the past is they've taken the electronics to run a Nintendo is like, well, basically a Furby used the old Atari brain from an Atari 2600. You can just emulate. It's not a real Nintendo. It's just a little memory chip with 500 little game programs on it. And you're going to get the same game 7, 8 times. It's not really 500 games. Which is fine because you're not buying those because you're a collector. You're buying them for your kids or something. And your kids are generally going to be happy with it. So $40 to pirate 500 different games. Most of them are just ROM hacks, they're called. I'm not going to get technical. I wanted to do a video game channel so bad at one point. Here's the giant wall of refreshment here at the ABC store. We have our adult refreshment on this side, but we're not doing that because we're not stupid. Gonna drink while we're dehydrated and then drive home with the wife. We're gonna get a $1 Arrowhead because it's also cold. Time keeping these things cold. Water time, glug, glug, glug. Let's see where our lineup is over here. With all of our barriers because COVID knows plexiglass and it shies away from it. Hello, how are you? Best value on the strip, don't you know? Let's get to stare at some tobacco products for half a second. How much?
$1.
$1. What a good price. My PIN number is 1234. For everybody on the live stream who wants to hear it. 1234. I'm not all that creative. Thank you, I'm good. They used to tell you to save your receipts, and if you have $500 worth of purchases, they would give you a free gift. She's not doing that. Maybe they're not doing it anymore. That's my PIN number. Make a note of it. 1234. All right. Water break. Drink some water so you can take your mask down. That's the hack on an airplane, apparently. Are these the same ABC stores in Hawaii? Certainly they are. Exact same chain. That's why they have a ton of macadamia nuts and everything inside of them. Yeah, the Maui, whatever its brand, it's the best macadamia nuts ever. We are again on the lookout for Dillard's. You can see all the Chinese lanterns that are hung for Chinese New Year. So they call this the Fashion Show Mall. The reason it's called the Fashion Show Mall is because they have, in the past, not currently, fashion shows. Right here, where we are. Dillard's is at the end of this corridor. So on a regular weekend, when there's no coronavirus, the floor would rise up. You can see in the middle there, it's a different color. Right above us, up here, there's a big, huge control panel, like $1 million control panel, and this would rise up, and they would have a fashion show in the middle of the mall, right by the Apple store here. And we can see the Chinese New Year motif with all the lanterns above us, as I mentioned to you. And yeah, glam your Vegas, baby. The Apple store is a literal shell of what it was. I don't know if it's the same where you are, but at this point, the Apple store is doing this bar reservations and picking up products. You can buy stuff on your app, and then you come up to this kiosk. They say, "Welcome to Apple. Take your order, please." You say, "I want a Big Mac and a supersized fry," and they say, "Sir, this is an Apple store, and they haven't had supersized fries since that guy made that movie where he fooled everybody into thinking McDonald's makes you fat, not your bad choices." And you say, "Huh?" And you leave with an iPhone. Somehow. At least that's how I got my iPhone. Mall is still pretty populated. Yeah, this is the busiest I've seen this mall in a really, really long time, actually. The wife said she's at Foot Locker. So we're gonna see if we can get to Foot Locker. If you want a pair of eyeglasses and you want to pay too much, go to Optica because they're in the Fashion Show Mall. We did it once because we had insurance, and I'll never do it again. Yep. Mrs. Fields Cookies. Now, there used to be a sunglasses hut here. They said at one point there was 9 of them in Las Vegas. And for all your sports nuts, you can get your gear on. Look at this thing. Holy smokes. I don't know what to put this next to show you the context of Shaquille O'Neal's shoe. Maybe I'll do this. This is a giant bag that I wear on my body. And this is Shaquille O'Neal, size 22 shoe size. The Reebok pump version. And there are a lot of signed stuff here if you're into it. Who is this now? This is the USA Olympics. Jim Carrey was the goaltender, I believe, that year. Literally, there's a goaltender in the NHL called Jim Carrey. And I can't say his name. Basketball, William Carlson. Yep, Gronkowski's hat. Helmet's hat. Can't believe I said that. And of course, the one that you guys either love or hate, Mr. 7 Super Bowls, Tom Brady. Any Golden Knights memorabilia? Yes, yes, Bradley, I just showed you William Carlson. Signed shirt right there. So yeah, you can get your teeth whitened in 15 minutes. $300-$400, I don't know, something like that. But these people are pretty busy, I'm impressed. And there she is. There's my wife. Right by the Foot Locker. Hello. Hi, how are you? Good. Did you have fun?
You gotta do 1, 2, 3, click.
Yeah, we gotta do 1, 2, 3, click. So we're gonna flip this camera around. No, we're just gonna do it this way. All right, so hi Caroline, how are you?
Hi.
Do you have a good night in the mall?
Yes.
Yes, we walked out.
I was just stuck at Dillard.
You were just stuck in this one place?
Yeah.
It's not like it's big or anything.
No, but you know.
Yeah. So guys, I want to thank you guys for watching me all the way from Rainbow and Spring Mountain all the way down through
Oh
Chinatown.
my God, you made it.
I made it, I'm here.
You're
And
right
if you guys want to support the channel, VegasFaceMask.com. What's that one you're wearing called?
This is Love Paris or something.
Love
But it
Paris or
says,
something?
yeah.
And what's mine called?
Oh my God, that's like, this is, I don't have this one anymore.
We
Sorry.
have lots just like it.
No, we did not.
But we'll get lots just like it. So thanks for watching. We're going to say
So
3, 2, 1,
whoever had
click.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have this mask. It's limited edition. Everything we
Yeah,
make.
yeah, pretty much.
Click. 3, say it again.